Isn't it funny to think that the humanity's greatest failure was putting an end to all violence?
Thank you for responding to my message and agreeing to do this interview. I think you're all too aware of how important this film will be. Is it true that you're one of the only people who can remember what life was like before world peace? Tell me, what started it all?
The change came so quickly. It might have been in 2046, maybe even later. My memory has become hazy. I was just a young man when it happened. I remember that it first began in Europe. I can't tell you for sure what started it. Maybe it was an unpopular war, a genocide in some far-off country, a righteous wrong that couldn't be left unsolved. Regardless of what it was that set off the movement, the people cried for justice. Almost overnight, an organization that aimed to transcend the simple idea of a country, to cross those figmentary lines once called borders, was established. Its leaders promised to bring peace and stability to the people, to craft a world in which every man and woman was indisputably equal. They wanted to make good on an offer which, in the past, had been thrown around all too lightly by idealistic artists and politicians. This time, it would change everything.
How long did it take for the organization's influence to spread to other parts of the world?
Not long at all. North America fell in only a few months. After seeing what the organization had done to the crime rate in Europe, the populace could hardly say no to such an idea. It didn't matter what the cost was. To forego certain liberties in the name of peace and global brotherhood was a small price for them to pay. Africa was the final piece to fall into place. The world rejoiced when they finally saw just how civilized its people had become. Once Africa was a part of the Covenant, the organization became the largest governing body in the world. Everyone looked up to them with the greatest admiration, willing to follow their every command. Now it was a matter of making sure that living a peaceful life wasn't just encouraged, it was required. It only took the organization a decade to counteract 2 million years of human instinct and nature, generalizing the single emotion of conciliation to each person in the world meant the total destruction of everything that emphasized our differences. No culture, no religion, no countries, nothing left to fight over or feel for. They work hard to ensure that no one remembers what it's like to feel alive. There is no more anger, no joy, only complacency. So much has been taken from us that we can no longer call ourselves human, slowly evolving into an alien species of mindless drones. I, too, am just a mere shadow of my previous self. They took all the children away from their parents and taught them a better way to think, how to muffle their instincts, mute their emotions, never speak out, to live a peaceful life. For them, memories have become a collective experience. Soon, time will no longer have any meaning. The past, present, and future will collide to form an unstoppable hive mind. Each person will know exactly how they live and die long before they are ever born.
What about the children's parents?
Most accepted it as the only way to ensure the survival of the organization's newfound order. Those who did object were reformed for the good of the cause. Mock trials were held to convict those with dangerous thoughts, which eventually became a term broad enough to encompass the entirety of human contemplation. They were condemned to an eternity in solitary confinement, with the only entertainment being a film showcasing converted prisoners praising the benefits of having a clear mind.
Were you ever placed in one of the cleansing camps?
Initially, no. I hid for as long as I could, wanting to hold on to all of the feelings I had learnt to love over the years. I was never caught by the teachers, but that doesn't mean a lifetime spent in seclusion hasn't taken its toll on me. How quickly emotions seem to fade away when there is nobody to share them with. Even in hiding, I couldn't escape the peaceful embrace of the organization.
You sound unsatisfied.
Am I? I don't know what I think anymore, because this film is being made to help slowly rebuild humanity. I guess that I should speak candidly. I remember violence. I remember war. I remember prejudice and racism. However, I also remember love. All of these, both good and evil, are products of freedom, the most important thing that peace has taken from us. Freedom is a balancing act that can spawn both good and bad. It is in this one choice, to be moral or sinful, to hate or love, to kill or embrace, that our true humanity lays. To remove all evil in the world also removes our ability to do good. World peace has brought upon us the ultimate form of fascism. I guess that I've finally given up fighting it. I often find myself staring at a blank wall for hours at a time, not knowing what else I could be doing, contemplating nothing but how I can be less influential, more peaceful. I know what will happen if they catch me, but this is my last chance to help change what has happened. I came out of isolation to tell my story. I want to pass on what I know, what I feel before it is too late, so that maybe future generations will learn to rise up against the peace that their forefathers so ignorantly unleashed upon the world.
Oh yes, this will be quite useful to us. I am truly glad that you finally came out of the shadows to tell the world how you really felt. Do not worry, your efforts shall not be in vain. You will be a shining example for the masses and will inspire others to act accordingly. You will not be forgotten.
Who else is that behind the camera? I thought it was just supposed to be you.
Me has now become an outdated term. Everyone is me and I am everyone.
My God, what have I done?
The others said the same things, each remembering less than the one that came before them, each eventually accepting the folly of their ways. I hope that someday soon, you too will learn to give peace a chance.